The California condor is a fascinating Cartidae family bird, flying over California's vast skies. Also known as the Gymnogyps californianus, it is unfortunately determined as critically endangered by the IUCN Red List of Endangered Species.
Some of the California condor's relatives are the turkey vulture, Andean condor, and king vulture. These birds also belong to the Cartidae family and share similar phenotypes such as bald heads, shaggy feathers, and wide wingspans.
They are found in the skies over the California chaparral, which supplies suitable nesting sites on rocky cliffs and rubbles. Some biotic factors include coyote, elk, and deer. Plants in the chaparral are evergreen shrubs, oily shrubs, and small stunted bushes, which grow during the cool and moist winter and die during the dry summer. Typical abiotic factors are rocky hillsides located along coastlines and arid deserts, nutrient-poor soil, and since there's a buildup of dead plants due to adverse conditions, the biome is also subject to intense periodic fires.
California condors range over large areas of land looking for large carcasses, but keep a home nest on steep rocky terrain or broken tops and crevices of old conifers damaged by fires. Their habitat is found in the temperate zone, with a moderate precipitation during winter and spring, and little to no precipitation in the summer and fall.
California condors are endothermic and maintain homeostasis by urohydrosis, which is urinating on their legs. They do this to keep their body temperature normal during warm weather. Once the urine dries, it cools the blood in their legs, which circulates to the rest of their body. During colder weather, they raise their neck feathers and sunbathe to trap more heat and keep themselves warm. They are homeothermic and use their metabolism to generate body heat.
California condors are on the consumer level and are scavengers who do not hunt. Instead, they eat carrion and prefer the carcasses of large animals such as cattle, deer, and marine mammals. They fly long distances to locate their food, either following other scavenging birds or using their sharp eyesight to spot dead animals.
The California condor has many adaptations for survival. Structurally, they have a massive wingspan as much as 9.5 feet long, allowing them to glide without flapping their wings in search for food without long periods without rest. They also have strong hooked beaks for tearing carcasses and animal hide, which allows them to eat and obtain essential nutrients for their survival. Condors also possess a special gastrointestinal microbiome, which enables them to eliminate a variety of harmful bacteria and toxins, including anthrax, botulism, and cholera.
The California condor is a highly social bird, and courtship plays a crucial role in the mating process. Males do a dance where they extend their wings, droop their head, and move in a slow, deliberate manner.
According to the National Park Service, the California condor provides essential ecosystem services. Since they are scavengers, they prevent disease by consuming carrion, keeping the environment clean. Their consumption of carrion breaks down carcasses, enabling other scavengers to benefit, as well as allowing nutrients to cycle through the ecosystem. These services support biodiversity, as plants and insects benefit from the release of nutrients. Humans benefit from this as California condors reduce disease risks imposed by decaying animals.
According to UC Santa Cruz, 3 major human activities are severely impacting the California condor and making it endangered. Habitat destruction. Humans are using condor habitats for agriculture and land development, which has significantly reduced nesting and hunting areas for the condor. As a result, they are unable to find safe spaces to nurture their young, leading to fewer offspring and a declining population. Pollution. Bullets from poachers cause lead poisoning, which is a leading cause of condor deaths. Hunters use lead bullets to kill animals like deer and other mammals. The condors eat these lead-infected carcasses and ingest the poison, eventually dying from it. Overexploitation. The United States National Park Service says that historically, condors have been hunted for their eggs and feathers, causing their population to decrease drastically. Although efforts are being made to restore them and their population is rising, they still face threats such as electrocution from power lines and poisoning from plastic and micro-trash consumption.
Despite these challenges, humans are actively working to prevent the condors from going extinct. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, along with the assistance of the Yurok tribe and the San Diego Zoo, they have a breeding program to increase population numbers. Their efforts focus on breeding condors in captivity and releasing them into the wild once they're fit for survival. This enabled the condor population to increase from an estimate of 22 wild condors in 1982 to more than 500 in the present day.
To support a healthy habitat, the California government has enacted laws banning lead ammunition for hunters, which is a primary cause of poisoning, leading to a decline in condor populations. These actions help in increasing population numbers, but there are still challenges such as habitat loss and continued exposure to urbanization, like power lines and pollution. Although the conservation efforts made by the public are improving the condor's chance of survival in the wild, but they are still critically endangered.
There are 2 characteristics that make the California condor particularly vulnerable to endangerment. The first one is their low reproductive rate. They lay 1 egg every 2 years, which means the reproductive rate is slow, and it takes longer for them to recover after disaster, which is why they are currently endangered. The second is their long maturation period. It takes condors about 6 to 8 years to reach sexual maturity and begin breeding, which delays population growth and makes them highly sensitive to sudden changes in their environment.
Despite these challenges, there has been a positive trend in condor population growth due to the current conservation efforts. However, the species still faces challenges. According to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, lead poisoning remains a significant threat despite efforts to ban lead ammunition. Additionally, habitat destruction due to urban development and wildfires continues to impact their survival. However, with sustained conservation actions such as captive breeding and habitat restoration, the population has significantly increased, going from 22 to over 500 in the wild. The gene pool has become more diverse thanks to careful management, which can help improve genetic health. If the threats are mitigated, the species may thrive in the future, but continuous monitoring and protection are needed.
If the condor were to go extinct, there would be significant impacts on the ecosystem. As scavengers, condors play an essential role in nutrient recycling by consuming carrion, which helps reduce the spread of disease and contributes to a healthy ecosystem. A lack of condors could result in slower decomposition of carrion, which could result in higher pathogen levels in the environment. This can impact other wildlife and even humans, as it can cause diseases to spread. The loss of the condor would disrupt the natural process of nutrient recycling, as well as biodiversity.
The California condor remains critically endangered despite recent gains. Continued habitat protection, lead reduction, and careful population management are essential for their survival. With the right efforts, these birds can still remain a vital part of our ecosystems.